I don't know if you guys caught this story. So in Afghanistan, now you know that the Taliban took
Let's
over.
get it.
To Taliban's under Sharia law, and prior to the U.S. invasion of Afghanistan, there was no opium in Afghanistan. The Taliban had cracked down on opium production. I'm not saying there was no opium, but they cracked down and made it illegal. United States, we have the war in Afghanistan, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of poppy plants now, and we have an epidemic here in the United States when it comes to opiate addictions, kind of the same time as the war. But Taliban takes back over, and now they're just snatching all these homeless and drug addicts off the streets and forcing them into rehab.
Hey,
wow.
Let me say this.
Wow.
Let me say this, and it ain't a motherfucker on this planet. If you disagree with me, something's wrong with you. Because I don't give a fuck if it's the Taliban. Shout out to them.
Yes.
Shout out to them niggas. Shout out to the Talibizzle. Shout out to the Talibizzle for
they're gonna shut us down for that one.
Hey,
go ahead.
No, let me finish. Shout out to
We're not at war with Afghanistan any longer.
Right. Shout out to
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
go
shout
ahead.
out to the Talibizzle for taking the direction of their country into their own hands, because over here all they did was just say no to drugs. They locked a whole generation of people up for just being addicts, for selling it. Over there, they like, you gonna get off this shit. At gunpoint, you gonna get off this shit. I respect the fuck out of it because it's better than, look, man, people watch our country. People watch the black community. They watch what happens. That's the reason why all these opioid addicts are getting the compassion that they're getting, because people saw what happened to our people back in the day, back in the 80s, 90s. What I'm saying is that 70s with the heroin. What I'm saying is this. These people know what that leads to. They know what it does to the babies. Motherfuckers is high going and having babies. The baby's born with that shit in their system. Shout out to them for caring about their fellow man enough to say, you going to get off this shit or I'll kill you.
Well, no, it's actually not that. This is the headline and the photo.
I was joking about that. I kill you. Go ahead.
No. I mean, but the headline to this news article is very misleading.
Oh, wait a minute. So I said all that for nothing? Man, you
jumping in, you're giving shout outs to the Taliban, the
Taliban. Shout out, nigga.
No, it's actually their program is actually very compassionate. So now this
I was joking
photo
with the gun, but go ahead.
Is sort of like a security force, like police. Right. But they take these people to hospitals, and they lock them in for 45 days. And, they go through withdrawal. They have methadone and stuff, but there's not a lot to go around, especially with an epidemic like they have.
Right.
But these people are being cared for by medical professionals.
Absolutely.
So it's just them getting snatched off the street. And
I was joking.
And forced into rehab. Well, no. I mean, I didn't explain it all in the beginning. And of course, you probably didn't have enough time to read this article.
No. I was literally joking about the weapon, though. But what I am saying is, no, but I am saying, no, that's real shit to me. That's because, look, man, look. We grew up during that time.
Yeah.
We saw motherfuckers on the street. We know motherfuckers was robbing and stealing because you could go get a VCR for $25. You could do a lot of shit. We know people were suffering. We know people that were doing inhumane things to get to a drug. And they not having it with their people. They not feeding the problem. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to them for that. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And the other thing I'd like to touch on before I pass the mic is you start hearing. You notice you start hearing these different stories about things. Like Muammar Gaddafi, they was like, oh, he's just worst dude, and then you start hearing over the country, everybody could go to college for free electricity, free this, free that. He was actually taking care of his people. May have been doing some things, but he was. You didn't hear about all of that shit. You ain't hearing this about the Taliban. You just hearing, oh yeah, they setting up oil fields on fire and they killing innocent people and all of this shit. And they should. That's all I'm saying. And I'll pass the mic.
Say no to drugs. That's all I got.
Yeah,
and I think that's pretty aggressive. But they have like some real strict laws on drugs. Period. Right over there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's at your own peril that you do that shit. You know what I mean.
Well, this wasn't a problem before the U.S. invasion. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're known for creating these damn, situations, man.
Yeah, and they're fixing it quick.
Yeah.
They realize that this is like shit. I mean, the planes just took off. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right?
They're on top of it already, man.
Right.
With a compassionate approach,
right?
Like.
They have a saying over there, right? And when the planes was leaving and the Taliban, was celebrating, it was like, the United States owns the watches, but we own the time.
Can you
dig what I'm saying? And I was just like, well, damn.
Can you,
for what's up?
No, I was just gonna ask you, Mr. Kobler, could you like explain a little bit more about what they mean by that?
They could come and do what they need to do, but we pretty much will wait your ass out.
Okay.
Meaning we have the time. You know what I mean? You own the watches. You're looking at it by them, saying, oh, by this particular date, we're going to be gone. Like that, that's fine. Yeah, because this is our home. We're not going anywhere. We know y'all you got to get back to y'all bullshit. Right. We got it.
Right.
And they said that when those planes were taking off. And, you saw the Taliban shooting their guns, celebrating, pretty much like, yeah, we won. We got them out of here. Like we said, all we had to do was sit back and chill.
Yeah.
Y'all sitting there watching the clock. We own it. You know what I mean? We got it. This is where we live. Not going to change, our culture.
Man, I love it. I love seeing shit like this, man, because so often over here, and the young lady told me years ago, she said, we feel bad for Americans because you guys really believe y'all media and all they do is lie to you. Aboriginal girl. She was just like, yeah, and to listen to our media, they have you thinking the rest of the world is full of nothing but fucking supervillains and right. like if you look at it like America is VOT. If you look at it like America's fucking VOT.
Right, and it's ran like VOT.
Right.
Yeah, think about it.
Right.
At the end of every news program, that was the last 5 to 10 minutes, it's the feel good story.
Right.
Life isn't like that.
No.
Sometimes it's fucked up from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep.
There you go.
You can be fucked. There's no happy ending.
There you go.
For certain people on on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's not.
Life doesn't work that way.
But they need you to tune in.
There you go.
Keep you entertained.
There
so
you
they
go.
make shit the fuck
there
up.
You go.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, it's all some wag the dog shit to me. But I'm glad to see this. They probably didn't even want this shit to get out.
Probably. You're right.
You see how they labeled it?
Yeah. Forced.
You know what I mean?
Forced.
I'll leave the link in the description. It's from France 24.
Okay.
But yeah, you see how that's the headline right there. Misleading as fuck. Yeah. From all I know about the Taliban, they would have shot these motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not taking them to a hospital.
That's what I was thinking. What you guys told me about the drug policy over there. All the time.
Right.
So, food for thought.
There you go. Shout out to them, man.
Appreciate it.